Okay, here we go. Being single number 5. Last week I discussed with you the vlog about how I deal with my pattern of attracting the wrong men. And this week I want to discuss with you what happens if you open up for the right men. So, yes, thank you for watching again. First of all, I want to express that I'm very, very grateful for all the people who are responding to my vlogs, and I'm truly sorry that this week I wasn't able to respond that quickly. I will try my best to respond to your messages and your replies to the vlog. I'm very, very grateful that you do and that you are involved, so thank you so much for that. So, this week, I can't keep expressing how much is happening ever since I started this vlog. But this week, I was really, really tired. I was overstimulated of the last few weeks of interactions, self-exploration, and the last week I shared with you that I was attracting the wrong man, and my pattern of wanting to be seen, or actually of all men in the room who were paying attention, I was looking at the one who wasn't paying attention. And when he finally did, that I lowered my boundaries and I accepted the fact that I was already worthy enough to be seen. And this week I was so tired, I decided okay, I'm just going inwards. I don't want to have any stimulation of outside, and I just want to go inwards. However, I went to a Christmas party, and before that I did a new moon ceremony. On the first Christmas day there was a new moon, and I always set new intentions with new moon. So I decided that day to do a little ceremony by myself and set intentions for the end of this year, but also for the beginning of the new year. And my intention is to move from inside out. So every time I'm distracted of wanting attention or wanting something I need or I long for, every time that happens I want to go back inwards and get in touch with myself and move from there outwards. So that was my intention also for Christmas Day when I went to that party, going from inwards outwards. And the beautiful thing was, when I was really enjoying myself, I received a lot of love, not only by men, but by a lot of people. I received without doing anything. Normally I have the feeling that I have to work to receive attention or something. And this time I just really felt like just love came along. And I realized, even though I didn't want to work on myself that day, I realized oh wow, when I'm truly focused on myself, I do not have to do anything to get attention because I put my intention on myself. And when someone comes along and wants to share their happiness, their love, or whatever with me, I can open up and share that with them and give that in return, or decide not to. And I realize that when I see the people who are paying attention to me in a space, and I pay only attention to the person who's paying the least attention to me, that I'm working for something which is not worth it. So in that moment I decided okay, what happens if I truly open up for the people who are willing to share their attention, their love, their joy, their laughter, everything with me? What happens? And it sounds silly because it sounds so normal, but I opened the door little bit by little bit, and I was overwhelmed by the amount of love I received that day. I was blessed with the most amazing men and women who were just sharing their joy with me, were dancing with me, sharing cuddles and everything. And I realized that I have a fear for people who are, well, not nice to me, or specifically men who are paying attention to me, because I have the feeling that they want something from me. And in that specific moment, I realized that when I stay close to myself and move from inside out, and someone comes along and wants to share their attention and love with me, that there is no fear involved. I can deal with myself, with my own boundaries, if I want to share this in return or not. And the more I opened my door, the more I was poured with love and with joy and happiness. And I realized that it seemed so far away, but if I would open up for the attention that is given, that there's nothing except being myself that I have to do. And when I do this, the love will flow automatically. And yeah, I can't even express how stupid this sounds, but this was such an eye-opener for me. It was such an eye-opener to just receive without doing anything. And without doing anything, I mean like love was overflowing from me so I could give in return. And I can really recommend this. What I realized is when men are approaching me and giving attention to me, somehow it feels unsafe. I close my doors and I'm like, oh, whoa, what is it that you want from me? Or, whoa, no. Sometimes it feels like my intuition is telling me, no, this is not the right thing to do. But now I realize, like, what am I afraid of? Because what does it matter if I have one date with this person or just to see? Sometimes you know when it might work or doesn't work. But I realized that a lot of times my entire system was just closing up and like, no. And now I realize that this probably isn't my intuition. This is probably my fear, rejecting people who are nice to me. And I don't know why, but now I open up. I see there's nothing to be afraid of. And there's nothing to work for. You don't have to do anything besides being yourself. And it sounds easy being yourself, but the first step is knowing who you are and knowing your inner center. That's a whole other journey. But yeah, I can really recommend, like, open up for something that you're maybe afraid of or feel uncomfortable with. Yeah, my advice would absolutely be do something you're scared of. Have that date with a person you might not be interested in or might be scared of or who is maybe too interested in you. Just have that date. See how it goes. There's nothing to lose, right? And by the way, I don't know if that's with you, but the people I fell in love with were initially not the people I was attracted to. I fell head over heels by someone who I didn't expect to fall in love with. And I don't know if you had the same, but I truly, we cannot expect upfront that we know the person already. And I realized that when I have to open up, that's the only way when I'm able to see the other person. This is something I posted already maybe even a few months ago. Like, I have to open up to see someone else. And this means that person can truly see me as well. So it's very vulnerable to do this. And maybe that's why I'm scared or something. So for now, I just hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you will have a beautiful new year. And my advice would be set some intentions for the new year. Set what it is that you want to receive within yourself and try to focus to go from inwards outwards. What is it that you want to share with the world? What is it that you want to cultivate in yourself that you want to give. Do something you're scared of. Do something out of comfort zone. I can tell you this has been my most out of comfort zone experience up until now, and it brought me so much already. Like, I feel like I'm on a playground. However, I've dropped off the swings and I fell a few times here and there already, but it feels like a new adventure out of comfort zone in my most vulnerable exposure of myself. So I can really advise, set some intentions for the new year and do something you're extremely afraid of. Thank you for watching. I see you next week on Sunday, and enjoy the New Year's. Ciao.